What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Today we are running that red-blue pile that we've been doing. Oh, shit. I'll keep this. This is probably a really bad idea, but I don't hate this hand. I'm not in love with it, but I far from hate it. I've got Shock open. I've got Krinko's Command. Shock can go a long way as long as you're shocking the right targets. That is not a card I wanted to draw right now. The cool thing about this Cunning Spark Mage is that if you have the Raid Bombardment out, he can just come out and do 2 damage instead, straight to the guy's face. So that's an interesting way to look at that. It's probably not exactly how you want to do it, and I will be playing Krinko's Command here instead of waiting for the Think Twice. 2 guys seems okay. This guy is showing mono red so far. He could be splashing anything. We have no idea what's going on over there. So I want to have some dudes out to kind of generate a little bit of action, and we will obviously be shocking the shit out of that thing because he has no mana to surprise us with anything, really. And unfortunately, we're obviously going to be doing this all janky, and we don't have the extra mana for my Think Twice, which is upsetting. I have to admit, I'm not super psyched about that. I am not at all. Cunning Spark Mage deals 1 damage to target creature or player. That gels. Is it combat damage, though? Bident? I think Bident might read combat damage. Before we get too far into this episode, I want... What a fucking waste! Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from right now? What was that? What the fuck was that? I'm so scared and confused. Cunning Spark Mage. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Your turn. Cunning Spark Mage you almost want to wait and surprise with, so I could have just done the Think Twice, but I might as well start chipping this guy, doing a little chip damage. Speaking of chip damage, to finish what I was talking about, I want to thank Preet for sponsoring this episode. He, of course, did so through the Patreon campaign. You guys can feel free to check that out at your leisure. I also did not shock this guy because I was so excited to talk about Preet's awesome patronage. Raid Bombardment's obviously going to be pretty dope. And we absolutely want to do this because that guy's going to attack, and if he blocks, then I just Cunning Spark Mage and kill that thing. So that's a play all day. All the doodah day, some would say. So you should be at 16. I'm just terrible. But yeah, I just want to thank Preet for sponsoring this episode. The Patreon's got a lot of cool little bonus stuff that you can check out depending on what you want to do with the channel and, you know... I don't like that. Just depending on what your life is like. There's all sorts of fun stuff that you can do. I can take this, though, all day, so I'm fine with that. I got 1 shock away from him. I could play a Talrand here, which wouldn't be the end of the world. I will actually be using Cunning Spark Mage properly right now, and he should be at 15. This is getting sketchy. I don't want to attack right here, but I would kind of want to think twice. If I draw a red mana, though, fuck it. I mean, if I draw the red mana, I'd be super... God damn it to hell. God damn it to hell. Fuck me. Oh, I thought about that as I was hitting it. I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I shouldn't tap this way. Maybe I should tap the blue, since I would just need a mana that way. It's obviously the way to go. Well, this is a clusterfuck. That was weird. I could have done the 1 damage to the 1/2 so it doesn't attack in, but I don't care because it's only 1 damage right now. I'm going to play this Talrand just to get him out there. Raid Bombardment someday is going to start coming out. I have all 3 because I do only run 3 in this pile, so this guy should also be at 15. We should be tied right now instead of him up 1. But thanks again, Preet. Really appreciate that. The Patreon's pretty cool. You can check it out. It's the top link on the bottom of the page, or in the description there. And it's just cool stuff that we do. We screw around on the channel and have some fun. And all that kind of nuts stuff. That'll be going on later this month as well. So we're hoping that he doesn't have another shock, but he probably does, which I should have left something open. Because I made fun of him for playing the Gutter Snipe without... Well, I didn't make fun of him, but playing the Gutter Snipe without having some answer. I just did the same thing, which is unfortunate. But I get to Krinko's Command next turn, which is kind of cool. Hopefully I draw another red mana, which would be nice. Tectonic Rift, I can't block, but I don't really care too much about that. He should be bashing my mountain. Yeah, that's the play all day. Now I also can't... Well, you know, that's not true because I have the Think Twice in the graveyard that I probably can surprise this guy with now that I think about it. Probably won't see that coming. Let's go ahead and attack and then see if we can catch him on this block. Unaware of the dangers that lurk in my graveyard. Lit up, which is actually kind of fucking bullshit. Because if your opponent doesn't check that, then... Like, your opponent has to keep track of what's in your yard. That's on them. So the fact that this is lit up for him is kind of... What does that do? Try to target artifact or land. Okay. Lots of land destruction from across the field, which is not something that you ever expect. He is going to attack here, but he probably has the shock open anyway, which is going to be way more damage to me, which will suck, but I'm going to flash this back. Get a 2-2 out of the deal. So I'll take 8, go to 3, which is not where I want to be at all. Nope. Hey, fuck yes, that worked. Yippee. Well, that was pretty rad. I don't have any choices. I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I've got 0 choices here. I'm pretty hyped this week. I mean, I'm excited because I've got a couple Fireside Chats that I want to get out into the world. One's like a fighting game one that I want to talk about, Smash, that came out. I want to talk about Ultimax that came out, obviously. And then I got another one kind of based on the Tales series because I've been getting really, really way into the Tales series lately. What's he going to kill here, the 2-2 or the 1-1? That 1-1 generates a lot of value, especially when I have all this blue mana, but the 2-2 obviously is a great call as well because it generates a ton of value, especially when I have all this blue mana. So that guy's got a lot of stuff to worry about. That's regrettable, but I am going to be able to sock him. The only problem is that I kind of have to wait to draw out a shock or something, which sucks because if he bolts me, I'm still fucked, but... I do have to wait for that shock to show up. Because he could have shocked it in response, and he still could shock it in response. And now I've just got nothing to do here except think twice and try. And I don't have the unsummon in this pile, actually. But at least I'll get more guys out of the deal. I'll get 2 guys out of the deal. So that sucks, but what are you going to do? If I had a red mana to play Raid Bombardment, I'd be in great shape, because I'm going to have a lot of 1-1s out here. And Raid Bombardment, that would be 6 damage. He would be dead if I had used Cunning Sparkmage correctly. I'm almost thankful I didn't draw that, because I look like slightly less of a jackass now. I also have another Think Twice, which I can utilize. This guy's going to be at 4. We're at 11. We're in pretty good shape. We got to remember that he can wipe the field, though, which is always important. But for right now, we're just going to sit back and enjoy the view. Try and see what we got going on. And it looks like we have a 2-2. That can generate a lot of pain for me as well, which I'm not in love with. We'll be popping this Think Twice and trying to find a red mana, actually. This is becoming unfortunate. Oh, shit. I do 2 to him, take him to 2. He blocks, obviously, because I don't have any red mana showing. But he's at 2, so now I just need a shock. And he should be at 1, which would again mean that I won this turn. I'm never going to get 2 red mana. And... well, you know what? I mean, 2 Raid Bombardments at the amount of mana that I have is kind of ridiculous. This guy should be at 1 life. Which still doesn't mean anything. I mean, he's still got to hold back to bluff. Fuck. I need a red mana so I can play a Raid Bombardment, otherwise I'm in a ton of trouble. Fuck. I used to play a deck like this. I had like Jahacalypse and stuff like that, where you would just destroy your opponent's shit, and it was a real cool time. What's he getting back? Oh my god, he's gonna come back and beat me right here. Just with the Charmbreaker Devil, because it gets +4/+0. Wow. This is rough. Biden, or not Biden, Shock McGavin, Shock Spear. Shit. He's got the removal for that. I need to draw a red mana, but see, that doesn't even help. If I draw 1 red mana, it doesn't even help anymore, because I would have had to play the Raid Bombardment and attack, and that would have won for me, but now I only have 2 creatures left, because he is going to kill my 1/1 and one of my other 1/1s. There's a chance he just wins right here, actually. I take 2 damage. If I can't block, I lose. Shit! I wonder what I did wrong here. God damn it. Yeah, he just wins right here. God damn it. Man, what did I do? What did I do wrong here? Boy, that was a good game though. Astafig. Just beat my Astafig. Regrettable. Regrettable, but cool. That was a good match. Ooh, that makes me... God damn it. I'm so flighty anymore. Like, I just want to keep... But you know what? I think... There's 2 things I want to do. First of all, you guys might as well stick around for this. I want to read what Biden reads, because I want to make sure that it's combat damage. I'm like 90% sure, like 97% sure it just says combat damage, but we'll see what it says here. Yeah. That's not as much fun. There's not a lot that just says that, though, because it'd be so easy to abuse. And also, Charmbreaker Devils should probably be in that deck, but I don't have a lot of direct burn. Let's edit this thing, though. I want to see if there's something else fun I can do here. So, I will be back in a second. Okay, everybody, I am back. We have switched over to the not creature-heavy build of the blue-red to see what the fuck we can get going on here. Now, we go second, which I hate with this hand. But everything else about this hand I don't have that much of a problem with. But let's go in one more time, see if we can get some... This is not better, but I'll keep it. I threw in a Charmbreaker Devils to this one because I do have enough creatures in this build to make it viable, I think. Like, I think there are people who would be like, who would remove... There's not a ton of removal in this game, really, when you think about it. I mean, there's lots of removal, but a lot of it's kind of janky, a lot of it's kind of slow. So having some creatures out is not a terrible idea. We've got a Negate and a Think Twice open. We have a Volcanic Geyser, which we can really, like, clunkily use. I guess we could, but that would be putting all our eggs in the Charmbreaker basket, which I don't want to do here. I thought we could see a Knight. We could have canceled out that Cultivate, but I'd rather draw a card, which is kind of questionable because when you just have the Negate, when you don't... I would never use the Scry one, the 3-mana one. But when you just have a Negate in hand, it's kind of advantageous to stop those Cultivates, but I don't know. We'll see where this leads. And the answer is nowhere fast. I do get to use my Think Twice again, which is nice. This is a much more reactionary deck. This is a lot more control-y. This is a lot more at instep. We got tons and tons of instants. I don't know that we have very many sorcery speed spells at all. I think almost everything we have is instant speed. We've got that Negate, which would kind of be a sad thing because I wouldn't be able to think twice, and I don't have another cancel. We just have to be kind of careful about that Negate usage. See what we can get away with. This is really weird. I have no idea what this guy is waiting for, but I will go ahead and draw some cards. Unless he just has removal, which would also suck some of the dick. Vapor Snag's not bad here. We've now got Volcanic Geyser for 2, which isn't terrible. Charmbreaker Devils is almost on lock, but I don't expect him to stay around for very long. We'll just have to see what happens here. I can probably Inspiration, but I might have to negate and shock. I mean, at this point, you just let him go. But I need a creature counter so that if he gets the 12/12 out... 5, 6, 7... Yeah, he's got a lot of mana in hand. Don't know that I'm a fan of this. I mean, I can Vapor Snag the creature, the 12/12, but I don't want to do that at all. I will Inspire myself, though. Draw some more. Hey, I like that. Okay, we're getting a little sassy here. So we're at 8 cards, so I'm actually just going to shock his face. Because otherwise we'd have to get rid of a card, so we might as well just shock him. I mean, I don't want to waste the Volcanic Geyser, but we might as well shock him. Pay attention to that. You guys probably caught it, but I was surprised by the fact that I had to discard last turn. I did not expect that, and I definitely should have, and that was a really bad mistake on my part. Okay, so now we're getting a lot of cancels here. I can play the Charmbreaker Devils, but then I don't have the Vapor Snag open. I actually don't like that at all. I almost want to just sit here. I can blaze him out with the Volcanic Geyser, which isn't a terrible idea. I mean, we're getting closer to the Bone Wand, which we could utilize. We're just kind of hanging out. Yeah, because there's that guy, and I am simply just going to dissolve this. It goes back into his pile, obviously, but I have a lot of creature counters. And that I'll put on the top, actually. I'll keep that mana on the top, because then I can cast my Charmbreaker Devils and go ahead and bounce it back to my hand. I don't have too much of a problem with the fact that that went back into his pile, obviously. I mean, we knew it was going to happen. He does have to discard. He did get to draw those 4 cards, though, which sucks. Wait a minute, isn't it enter the battlefield? He didn't get to draw those 4 cards. It's when it's entered the battlefield, I believe. This is perfect, because I get to keep my Vapor Snag open in case he tries to kill this. But even then, I don't know if that's strictly the play. We might have wanted to Sphinx Bone Wand there. Not positive. He's got 7 mana. You know, he can play a lot of really annoying stuff that's going to be a problem for us. He can have... Oh, shit. The life gain guy would obviously be an issue. He's not going to burn the field or anything. I think my 4/4 lives, which is kind of great. It's going to grab me back something. Could be a dissolve, which would be pretty great. Mind Rot is fine with me because there's a chance that I can get it back. But I have to get rid of 2. At this point, it's the Vapor Snag, unfortunately. And now he has the Reprisal. I played right into that. I thought he only had 1 mana open, because I forgot about the ingot. That was terrible. Wow, I'm playing like shit lately. I'm sorry this is your episode, Preet. I'm garbage at this game. All I can do is hope that he has a blank turn, because otherwise I just sit here. He never has to play something again, though, and if he realizes that, I'm fucked, because all I have is negate, nullify, and dissolve. I don't have any other options at all. Oh my god, I can't believe I got... Why the fuck would I do that? But he's got... You know he's got tons of removal, though. You know, like... Shit. I don't know. If he has a couple of blank turns, I can start getting shit on my Bone Wand. I need to draw like a shock or something. In what world does he not play anything here, though? Yeah, 2/4. I mean, I can kind of deal with that. Maybe this needs the Elixir in here. So now I just cancel everything, because I have to get charge counters on my Bone Wand. Like, that's just straight up what needs to take place here. He can also burn the world, which would suck. I can't play the second one, which is hilarious. Oh, God. He's never going to play another card. He doesn't have to. It wouldn't make any sense to. shit. I'm in really deep shit right now. That's why I don't like Charmbreaker Devils, because they just have the removal ready. Because I don't have a lot of creatures in this build anymore. And they just have the removal ready. That's one counter. I need like shock. I can't for sure, though. That's the problem. That's 2, because I could get it up to 3 by negating this, but then I don't generate any value. Fuck. Damn it. I just don't think that you get Charmbreaker Devils out into a field where it can work. I really don't. I've got so many counters in that pile, though. You can protect the Charmbreaker Devils if you're not garbage using it. Because I would have had... But then I would have spent the entire next turn playing Charm... I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know. Thanks again, Preet, for sponsoring the episode. I appreciate it. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming. I am very excited because I had kind of a lucky run with Ultimax coming out. The fighting game thing, like I was saying, I wasn't happy with the way that episode was turning out, but now I am happy with it. So I'm refilming that. It's going to be going up. It's going to be really cool. I'm excited to get that out there. That's, of course, going to be on the Technovolver channel. For right now, I want to thank you for watching this episode, though. Stay tuned for those Fireside Chats, which will be coming out sometime this week. And if you are a Patreon supporter, then, you know, that'll be coming out as well soon. You'll be getting, you know, notifications from me and stuff like that, emails very quickly here. So thanks again, everybody, and I will see you next time.